Howdy, folks. So we have finally made it to Proto Dome. Thank goodness. We can get the hell out of this post-apocalyptic future. Ah, shit. It's buggers. I still love that they're called buggers. I think that's hilarious. So yeah, they shock you, they shoot lasers. Pretty standard robot stuff. You know? After all, I mean, look at Elec Man from Mega Man. Elec Man can shock ya. And his weapon is called a Thunder Beam, as in a thunder electric shocky laser. See? Standard robot stuff, you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's continue on. Ah, shit. More buggers? Fuck! Alright, so a situation like this is when you want to pull out the frickin' fire whirl. Hit 3 of them at once. Is it gonna kill them? Probably not. It's too bad, but it will make it much easier to kill them by just using normal attack. Once again, designate Meryl to healing, I recommend. I'm just spewing out these strategies because I don't know, what the hell else am I gonna say? There really isn't a whole lot of strategy in the beginning of this game, much like most RPGs. There isn't a whole lot of strategy available, outside of maybe boss fights, if it's done well. So, yeah. Luckily, we have the Bolt Sword now, which hits much harder than the Load Sword, and so we can kill shit a lot easier. Yes, I want to use the Enertron. Huzzah, we're fully healed. But we're still hungry. How fucking long has it been? God! What the hell is with that robot? Look at it, it's all beat to hell. But what's this? It's in bad shape, but it appears to be a humanoid robot. Incredible! Not really, we're in the future, remember. I think I can fix it. What? It might attack us! I'll make sure it won't. Machines aren't capable of evil. Humans make them that way. I think Sigma would disagree. I don't know what's with the Mega Man jokes. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, the best song in this fucking game's coming up, so I'm gonna be muting my commentary. And you, the door won't budge. I'll talk to you in a second. Robo, that's perfect. I'm back, folks. That song is just so fucking kick-ass. I love Robo's theme. It is the best song in this fucking game. I fucking love it. What has happened here? There were many humans, and others of my kind in this dome. think something awful happened here. It would appear so. Gee, you think? It's called Lavos came and blew the fuck out of the planet. We already know what happened. Come on! While exploring Eris Dome, we learned there was a gate here. We found you and we came looking for the gate. But the door to the inner chambers is locked, so we're out of luck. The power is off. If we go to the factory up north, I can pass through security and activate this dome's generator. You do that for us? You repaired me, now it's my turn to help you. But the generator won't run for long, so someone must stay behind to open the door while the power's on. Then Meryl or I will stay. Who will still be behind? Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna choose Luca for this, even though I recommend bringing Luca with you. Right, I'll handle things here. You can switch at any time, but I do recommend bringing Luca with you instead of what I'm doing and bringing Meryl. Anywho, this is Robo. He's a very physical-oriented character. He has a shitload of health, really fucking high defense, and decent attack power. He's really fucking slow, though. Overall, he's a decent character. We're gonna use the Enatron one more time for no reason at all. I just felt like getting fully healthed up and restored and rejuvenated, and to be reminded that I'm starving. Anywho, folks, as Robo said, we need to head up north to the factory that we passed by on our way here. This area right here. This is by far the most confusing fucking area in the game. So, I'm going to do my best to make it as obvious on how to get through here as possible. Anywho, you have to start by having Robo disable the security here. Override security system 00. And then we get attacked by acid? Okay then. So, I can't remember at this very moment. However, though, I believe the acid is the opposite of the ghost creatures that we encountered before, that we had to use either Flame Toss or Slash on. I'm pretty sure that these enemies, the acid, and we'll be running into a green version of the acid later, but I'm pretty sure these enemies you have to use physical attacks to beat. I could be mistaken, but that's how I remember it, at least. So this conveyor belt area is quite important. Quite important indeed. Unfortunately, we can't get through the actual way we need to go because there are those aluminum barrel tin things that look like they're from Donkey Kong blocking the path there, so we have to go around them or find a way to get through them. But how are we going to do this, I'm sure you're wondering. Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you. Anyway, over here hidden in the back is a mid-ether. You may want to grab it. Maybe. Maybe. So as you can see, we can't get through. Fuck. But as you're probably able to guess, the conveyor belt here has something to do with it. It has something to do with it. For some reason, I get picked up by the claw here, and that shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened right then, unless it's mandatory and I just don't remember. I know for a fact that you can run on the conveyor belt and go against the flow of it if you do it right, but as soon as you run into one of the robots on the conveyor belt, it'll have you go through this sequence. Which I am saving you guys at least 12 minutes worth of footage. These fuckers take forever to kill here. This place is much tougher than the frickin' sewers or frickin' Proto... No, not Proto Dome, was it? Eris Dome. It was Eris Dome. So, yeah, you're gonna want to do your best to avoid this. However, though, if you do get caught up in this sequence, it will take you straight to where you need to go. So, you know, there's always that. Which is right here. We need to go down, and there's a doorway there. It might be a little hard to see, but it is there. We're gonna do our best to avoid these bugs, but I fuck up and fail. And I love they're just called bugs. They're just called bug. Jeez. This game's enemies are hilarious. I think there's one called Roundilio. I think. I could be mistaken, but I am pretty sure there is one called Roundilio, and that's always going to be my favorite. Anyway, make sure you're picking up all the treasure here, because who doesn't love treasure? You want to push this because it will tell you the control codes for the crane, XA and BB. And I can't believe I got the fuck out of here without getting into a battle with those things. Good God, I thought for sure that I was going to get into a battle and run into them. So we need to go in here, and I try to sneak past these Proto 3 robots, I believe they're called. Eat your heart out, Proto Man. To use the crane, enter any two of these letters, blah blah blah. Basically, after you hear the little, then you enter one of the two passwords you heard. You're gonna have to enter both of them if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. It looks like you don't have to get through, but enter them both anyway. It's not like you're gonna lose out on anything if you do. So once again, after you hear the little sound, that's when you push in the buttons. What happens if you screw up? Nothing. It'll just make you re-enter the code. The crane hand thing reminds me of another game I played for the Sega Genesis that I cannot remember what the fuck it's called. It's driven me crazy for years because I can't remember what the fuck it's called. So if you have any idea of games that it might be, please let me know, and maybe I'll be able to figure out because of that. It's driving me crazy. Has been for years. So I get lazy and decide to get into a battle with these fuckers. They have fucking 256 HP. Good God! They can take a shitload of damage for regular enemies. Robo, as you can see, he punches, and he has other punch-type abilities. He also has Heal Beam, which is why I recommend bringing Luca in place of Meryl. That way you have more attack power, and Robo can still heal. So we're gonna finish off the fucking Proto 3s. I do have to admit, it's much easier with Robo being in here, since, you know, he's far more offensive than Meryl is, so you have two physical attackers, even though he's slow as fuck. Anywho, though, after we take out, I said take out, the two Proto 3s, the two Proto 3s, come on, get a move on. After you take out both of the Proto 3s, the battle technically ends. Technically. But we get attacked by debuggers. Not buggers, but debuggers. There's not much of a difference between them other than they have 20 more HP. Anyway, folks, Gene the Pink Panther, stay tuned for part 9. See you folks later.